can braid their hair up like that. No, the curses that came upon us, where our hair began to fall out, you know, and the crown of our head are smitten, whether you be a Jake, male or female, you know, whether you be a Negro, male or female, a curse came upon us, and you can read about that curse in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, started from 16 on down. The Most High smitten the crown of our heads to where our hair fall out now, just like how the Hamites' hair fall out. So some of the curses that were upon the other nation came upon us. But you still got some Jakes that can lock their hair up the same way. But the majority of them, our hair fall out.
It's Leviticus. Where you want to start?
Let's start with 29.
Can I grab this real fast?
Oh, okay. I forgot Zion, but I had it in the focus.
This is Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 29. If a man or woman hath a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in a sight deeper than the skin, and if there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest...
Yeah. White people have blonde hair. All right, go ahead.
It says, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scald.
It shall pronounce him what?
Unclean.
You're right, it said unclean. That sure sounds like a white man's book, huh? why did it say if he have kinky hair of wool, then, you know, stay away from him, he's unclean? It didn't say that. So the people that say this is a white man's book don't even know what the fuck is in it.
This is basically pertaining to what you guys were just talking about a few minutes ago, about how they changed the images. This is 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Right, and that's true to this day. They still do shit like that. If you give them another 500 years, Michael Jordan's gonna be white with a fucking Dr. Phil hair fucking balding head. They're gonna be showing that.
A meme with him on his face, you know.
Right.
White Michael
Gonna
Jordan.
redo Space Jam.
Crying and shit. Crying, man.
And also, let me say this too, because I'm not going to sit up and say it's like every Jake is black. It's, you know, brown and you know, dark. Because you got a lot of Jakes, because, you know, we're confusing the faces. But Esau even likes to take the confusion of faces that are white and try to, you know, show them, just because they feel like, okay, you know, the average brother Jake don't know that this regularly is a brother, but, you know, most people think that this is a white man, so they'll put, you know, any type of a white person up, not knowing that they're actually showing actual Israelites. You know, that they'll find any white person like Justin Timberlake, you know, put him up in front. You showing actually a Jake. They don't even know it. But they still use that, you know, to further their white supremacy agenda, because it's not because they're genuinely actually care about, you know, promoting the image, because they try to divide everything between black and white. But we're reading just scriptures right here just to show you that we are originally, you know, we were a dark-skinned nation. You know, it is through, you know, us being scattered is where you get a lot of lighter complexions.
And then you, if I might add, I was talking about Jake with yellow hair. So, you know what I'm saying? Jake, you have some Jakes that have blonde hair, born with blonde hair, red hair, brown hair. So, all of these colors that these so-called Caucasians, their hairs are, you know, Jake can produce that. They come from us, you know what I mean? So that's why the scripture said, you know what I'm saying, if you see that it's a yellow hair and it's not deeper than the flesh, then, you know, you have to quarantine and see what it is. You don't know what's going on. We were very, you know, very, what you call, when you clean, you keep stuff clean and stuff like that. We didn't like, even when we this damn bullshit. It's laws in Leviticus where it says that when we were going to do a number 2, we gotta go outside the camp and bury you. So, you know, if you won't bring no disease or anything, no uncleanness back to the camp. You know what I'm saying? So we was very like what it say? Godliness is next to cleanliness. I guess,
Cleanliness
the
is
word
next to
escapes me right now, but that's the best
like,
words I can explain it as.
I was gonna say like OCD.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know
Yeah, that's what it was.
What over compulsive, what so-called disorder. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that was our thing. You know, we were holy people.
Yep.
Separate people. So we
you
didn't
start
deal with
getting
the bullshit. You know. Yes.
That's good. You guys
Yeah. So, this is Numbers. You see, Numbers 12 and I guess I start at verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. I guess I'll start right here.
You can go on to when it. Well, if you want to, you can read on to where they had to put her out the camp.
Can I say something?
Okay.
That's going to the. That's going to the law. What we just read.
Can I say something about it? And that was Moses' sister, and so that's basically showing that if you come up against Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah's men, he gonna smite you no matter who you are.
Yep, that's right. Speaking, all she did was speak against him. You know.
Right. And in verse 10 say she became leprous, right? So if she became that, like what was she before that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We basically at the beginning of the book, within the first 5 books of the Bible. So that laying the foundation, that we the earth was what can you say? Yeah, it just began with a darker hue, Yeah, we just say that.
And like when Moses got his powers, they don't show in that movie a lot when he put his hand in his breast and his hand turned leprous. Yeah, they always keep that part out.
That's a cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
When you go to Genesis and it speaks about the mark that was put upon Cain, the word there for mark is the same. It's the same word there for when Moses put his hand in his bosom. So Cain actually went from being a darker color hue to having leprosy. I'm gonna finish this up. This is verse 12. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had put spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days. And the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again.
Say, skip that. Kick her out the camp.
Moses, think about what she did.
He's like, as my sister, Laura is like, hey, get her out the camp. Get her out the camp, man.
Yeah.
Have mercy. Is like, nah. She was talking smack. She was talking smack against Moses, and the Lord smitten her.
Smote her.
Yeah, smote her.
Yeah, and that slowed up progress, you know what I'm saying? That couldn't even make a move until she came back into the camp, you know what I'm saying? Talking that shit. Right.
And you know, the fucked up part about it is you got so-called black women that want to be white. You got Little Kim that's fucking, I don't know if she bleached her skin or colored herself white or
She got everything.
Like
one is dead.
Right.
That's one is dead.
Right, and like shit like that shit wouldn't have been cool back then. Like you would have been out the camp. She probably might have been killed for that shit like that. Doing shit like that.
They would have woke up like, what the fuck? I got stabbed.
Yeah, this is another one going into leprosy. This is about King, how you pronounce it? It was King, Uzziah, trying to go into the temple and do something that only the priest did. So as a punishment, the Lord gave him leprosy. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 26. I'm going to start from verse 18. And they withstood Uzziah the king, and said unto him, it pertaineth not unto thee, Uzziah, to burn incense unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, but to the priests, the sons of Aaron, that are consecrated to burn incense. Damn.
Pointing at you, right? Pointing at you, you know her?
You get that flavor out?
Go out?
Yeah.
Go out of the sanctuary?
Yeah, go out of the sanctuary, for thou hast trespassed. Neither shall it be for thine honor from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Most High Power. Verse 19, the main point. Then Uzziah was wroth and had a censer in his hand to burn incense. And while he was wroth with the priest, the leprosy even rose up in his forehead before the priest in the house of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai from beside the incense altar. Verse 20. And Azariah, the chief priest, and all the priests looked upon him, and behold, he was leprous in his forehead, and they thrust him out from thence. Himself hasted also to go out, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai had smitten him. So, you know, leprosy is an embarrassment for Hebrew Israelites. So anyone who's infected with that disease, they're not supposed to be around you. You know, he was the king. He was at the highest seat that an Israelite could get at, right under Yahushai and the Most High. They didn't care. They kicked him out. He took out running. It says himself. It says he himself wanted to leave. Damn. So, you know, leprosy, that's not something that's attractive.
That's a shameful thing to have.
Right, and that's also why it's a big fucking insult. You know, they paint Yahushai as a so-called white man. So the Most High sent His only begotten Son to be leprosy against the law. To be leprosy, have leprosy.
And then the Northern Kingdom wanted to worship that.
I got the Genesis.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, because you mentioned Yahushai and his image. You know, they changed his image into being the image of a so-called white man who naturally has leprosy because he's unclean. This is our Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15. For the father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Because what happened was, during the Renaissance era, you had Rodrigo Borgia, who was the Pope, and he had a son named Cesare Borgia. And he said, because I sit in the seat of God, my son must be the son of God. So he commissioned Leonardo and Michelangelo to make an image of his son, Cesare Borgia, and present it to the world as the Messiah that was prophesied to come out of the tribe of Judah. But we're reading to you out of the scriptures that the Israelites were men of dark skin. Now, some of the Israelites, the skin complexion of them were changed because they were either scattered amongst the nations or they suffered the curses for sinning against the Most High Heavenly Father, which the curse was leprosy, or either the curse was to be scattered amongst the heathen. But yet, when our Messiah came, whose name is Yahushai, he came from the tribe of Judah, so he was a man of complexion. But the heathens changed his image into being a man of a Edomite man with leprosy.
I call it 25.
I got it. We want to show you this. You got a preset now? I can show this picture real quick. Yeah, this is a picture right here, if you can see it. This guy, let me know if the camera can see it. This guy right here, let me zoom in on it first, though. Zoom in on it. It won't allow me, but yeah, right there, that guy right there is a newscaster here in Detroit. And you see his hands, right? But he actually has it on his face. And I guess they use like this spray painting technology to you know, make it, I guess, easier for the viewers to, you know, not get, you know, swayed by the way it looks. And there's actually another picture of him right here, showing you right there. And through the years, it progressed and became worse. And that's another picture. I'm gonna show you one more, right here, right there. Now, it's like that now.